Friends, we gather this morning to renew the vows of these loving companions and legal spouses, Robin Tyler and Diane Olson. We've come here to the Beverly Hills Courthouse again because let no one doubt that their marriage on June 16th on these very steps was real, is legal, and was a spiritual moment of transformation for them, for their family, and for our world. This is the 5th anniversary of the filing of Robin and Diane's and Reverend Troy Perry and Phillips' successful court case that resulted in the historic ruling last May, finding that our Constitution provided marriage equality for gay and lesbian couples in our state. And this is the 5th anniversary of the weddings that took place that fateful weekend in San Francisco. And so we are here today beneath this chuppah, this Jewish wedding canopy, and we are witnesses to say that even as the voters of California, fueled by the flames of right-wing fundamentalist bigotry, sought to take away the rights of a minority, that we as people of faith, as citizens of California, pray our Supreme Court do its job of justice, invalidating Proposition 8 as illegal. Joining us this morning in a community of support, Robin and Diane, for you, beneath this wedding canopy, is your attorney, Gloria Allred, is Carrie Davidson, who is president of the board of Equality California, our statewide GLBT lobby, is Reverend Troy Perry, your co-plaintiff in that original case and founder of Metropolitan Community Churches, your sister, Deborah Diane, and the mayor of Beverly Hills, Barry Berkner, who has supported you, who was here on June 16th and continues to show his devotion to justice and equality, not only in our city, but in our state. We are joined by many clergy this morning, again as a statement of faith and support. Rabbi Lisa Edwards of Beit Chaim Hadashim, Reverend Neil Thomas, the senior pastor of Metropolitan Community Church in Los Angeles, and his associate, Reverend Alex Escoto. We are thrilled together to be here to support you as you renew your vows. We pray that the Supreme Court understands that a tyranny of the majority over the minority subverts our democracy in our state. We pray this day that the Supreme Court upholds your marriage and the other 18,000 marriages performed between June 17th and November 4th for gay and lesbian couples throughout our state. This is Robin and Diane, once again, why you are plaintiffs in a case now before the Supreme Court of California. And along with the amazing and important legal work of the National Center for Lesbian Rights, of Lambda Legal Defense and Education Fund, and by the ACLU, and our work of our State Attorney General, Jerry Brown, and hundreds of others who have filed Friends of the Court briefs calling for the invalidation of Proposition 8 as an improper vote put before the voters, calling for the separation of church and state, calling out for justice to invalidate Prop 8 because no one group should take away the rights of another. For this we give thanks and we pray. This chuppah, this wedding canopy, held at its four corners by your family and friends, symbolizes not only the Jewish home that you make with one another, but the people at the corners symbolize a community of support for you. Robin and Diane, you have experienced the wonder and joy and outpouring of love and support from people around the world. Strangers have come up to you to tell you of their support for both of you and your marriage and for marriage equality. And now we hope the injustices of November 4th of Election Day will be made right. Yesterday around the country and today here in Beverly Hills, couples who were not yet able to marry will come to the county registrar's office and seek to take out a marriage license. This is a stark reminder of the bigotry of the ballot box on November 4th. There are too many states where gay and lesbian couples face inordinate dehumanization when their relationships are not supported or acknowledged or legalized, where they are forbidden to adopt their own planned children, where they cannot legally protect their loved ones. Many places, including now our own state of California, where gay and lesbian couples who are citizens of this great country do not have the same rights. Not special rights, but the same rights as every other citizen. Even as we put this marriage into a spiritual context, no state should ever tell a religious group who they should marry or not. And the Supreme Court affirmed this principle last May in their landmark ruling of equality. And we continue to affirm this principle. For in our Jewish tradition, in Reform Jewish tradition, we affirm the marriages of gay men and lesbians. So I ask you now, Diane and Robin, in the spirit of hope, in the spirit of the future for gay and lesbian couples around the world to marry legally and civilly and to protect their families, do you, Diane, take Robin and affirm that you are legal spouses, committed to her as your beloved spouse, that you will continue to cherish her, love her, and to uphold the vows you made on your wedding day? And do you, Robin, take Diane to affirm that you are committed to her as your legal spouse, as your beloved, and that you will continue to cherish her, to love her, and to uphold the vows you made on your wedding day?
I do.
You've asked to share some words to one another.
I love you. I've loved you for 16 years since we've been together. Marrying you was the greatest day of my life, and I will never forget that day. We always have to remember the nights of our love and the days of fighting for its freedom. And it's no longer about us. It's about us leading the way for everybody else until every other gay and lesbian couple that wants to get married can. And it's even made loving you more meaningful. More meaningful. I am not worried about the Supreme Court breaking us up. They won't. But I am praying that they open the door to the rest of our community so justice is served. I love you. I will always love you.
The first time you asked me to marry you, I said I'd think about it. The last time you asked me to marry you, I said absolutely. This time I say eternally.